I'm sure there are a lot of other creative people out there that have issues juggling all of their creative projects at one time. And that's what I'm feeling right now. Hi, thank you so much for coming to my channel. I'm Hannah. I talk all things costuming, cosplay, and live events. And today I am giving a update on some of my costumes, as well as talking about preparing and planning for GalaxyCon Columbus. So the first thing is that this is my third year going to GalaxyCon Columbus. It's also the third year of GalaxyCon Columbus. I am once again going with my 501st Legion group, the Ohio Garrison. So I will be there with my Star Wars folks. I will be there through loading in all of our scenery and loading it all out. And I will also be in some of my Star Wars costumes and some other costumes. So it is going to be a very busy couple days. And we've kind of been planning this since July. I am not one of like the main planners, but I have a lot of experience with loading in and loading out, so I do lend my hand there. GalaxyCon is like our biggest event of the year. It is the largest, I think, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is the largest convention in Ohio, and it is just growing and growing every year. So I will be bringing my Jawa. I think I'm going to be in my Jawa costume at least Friday evening. I think I'm going to be in there on Friday evening. And I'll probably have it there with me the whole weekend so that I can jump in and out when there are other Jawas there. It's always fun when there's more than one of us. I will also be just kind of in the 501st Legion area, helping people take photos, checking on my friends and their costumes, making sure everybody's good and all that good stuff. But apart from that, I am also going to be doing 2 cosplay competitions. I'm doing the main cosplay competition with my updated Nurse Joy. Nurse Joy 2.0, as I've been calling her. While I have a lot of experience with costumes, I don't have a lot of experience with cosplay competitions. So I am going to be in the beginner level with Nurse Joy again. And I am a lot more confident with where that costume is right now. Hopefully I have some time to go back and fix a couple things in the wig, but I'm very confident, and I will probably go through a video at some point talking about Nurse Joy 1.0 to Nurse Joy 2.0 and all the changes and things that I made, things that I realized along the way. But anyway, I will be her on Saturday night for the main costume competition. And also on Friday night, I will be doing the runway competition. So that one is not a craftsmanship competition. You just literally walk the runway. And I'm really excited. I am going to bring my surreal cosplay from A Court of Thorns and Roses. I'll link that video in the description below if you don't know what I'm talking about. I've just made it recently and I'm really excited about it. I am making some updates from that video to improve the costume, and I hope I have time to make them all happen. We'll see. If not, to do everything I want to do to change it. I do have some backup plans that will involve me borrowing some pieces that I've made for some of my husband's costumes in the past. Don't tell him. So I'm really excited. I was so nervous last year, but now that I've done it once, I think I am going to have a better time and be significantly less anxious. The other thing I have to prep with my cosplay looks is my build book for Nurse Joy. I have one that I made last year. I don't think they required it last year, but this year on the sign up, it was like you have to bring like research images and such. So basically, it's just a couple pages of information on how I made each and every item, anything that was purchased, just all the details of how I made the costume. So I need to update that for Nurse Joy 2.0, and then we'll be ready to roll. The other things, I'm also going to be on a panel on Saturday afternoon, I believe, with some fellow members of the 501st Legion, where we're talking about sewing machines. I've never been on a panel at a con before, so this is going to be a great experience, and I'm really looking forward to it. As we get closer to GalaxyCon, the time crunch is crunching. We have a lot of things to work on for folks in our group. Our scenery and everything is all ready. We don't really have anything to work with there, but we do have several members who are working on new costumes. So we recently had a soft armor party, and I'll share some footage here. Basically, it is a time for us to get together and talk through costumes. We all just sit together and work on costumes. I was working on a project that was not for this GalaxyCon, but will hopefully be for a future GalaxyCon. It's a different version of Emperor Palpatine. I made my husband's Palpatine robes for his traditional Palpatine, and this is going to be a different version of Palpatine. So I was working on that. Some other folks were working on altering some of the officer uniforms. So we've got some of those. And then we had a member who was joining for the first time who was finishing up his Scout Trooper. So we were able to get everything done for him and get his pictures taken. And we recently just found out, I think yesterday, but he's approved. So he is now officially a member of the 501st, and we have a new member. But I just want to take a second and talk about these armor parties because it is a really great way to bond over this thing that we love. So for some people, it's the Star Wars that they love the most, but for me, it is the costuming that I love the most and being around friends that appreciate it and respect it. So one of our members actually has her own studio in her home, and that is where we all were, up in her studio. And we just had a great time. And this is something that happens a lot in 501st Legion, not just our group, pretty much any garrison. If there are folks that want to get together to help each other out and make new costumes, that is there for us. And it's just really a fun time. My life is crazy busy with GalaxyCon approaching, but that does not stop my brain from like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. It's literally like a dog chasing a squirrel, kind of. That's what's going on. That's what's happening up here. Um, so other than all of that stuff for GalaxyCon that I'm working on, I have a whole bunch of other things I'm still working on. I mentioned that new version of Emperor Palpatine for my husband. We are still working on that. It's probably going to be a while till we can actually work on that. We need to buy fabric. We had purchased some fabric. It's actually right here. We had purchased this, and then looking at the reference images, I was like, I don't think it's quite right. The fabric that we need needs to be more red and not as much black. So now I have a whole bunch of yardage of this. This will be great for like Ren Fair and pirate looks. So it's not going to go to waste. And on my side of things, I need to finish the surreal, like I was talking about. But I also realized the other day that I'm going to start a new 501st Legion costume to go with my husband's Emperor Palpatine. And honestly, when he said this name, I was like, I don't even know who it is. But I'll pop some images up here of her. Her name is Mara Jade. I'm going to do her black bodysuit look. I've already got the pattern in the mail. But again, I have to buy all of the parts and fabric and materials and everything like that. So it's probably going to be a minute until we can get that started. But that is my next big like official costume that I'm working on. And other than that, I have a ton of tiny little ones that I am working on for like TikTok, Reels, Shorts, all that good stuff. I've been seeing a lot of trends on TikTok in the last couple of weeks about Christine Daae from Phantom, and I am a longtime fan of Phantom of the Opera. So I just got the last piece that I needed for that. So hopefully I'll be doing that one soon. I just need to check on the wig that I had picked out for that one and make sure it's ready to go. But I got a white corset. I'm doing her like little robe look. It's going to be really cute. So I've got Christine Daae for some shorts. I also am working on Island Galathinius from the Throne of Glass series. Love her so much. And then after that, I'm also working on some versions of Feyre and Nesta from A Court of Thorns and Roses. Shout out to Sarah J. Maas. She and her works have taken over my life. So I have a lot of characters from those books that I'm working on. And those are just those costumes, I kind of put them in a separate category from like what I do with the 501st and what I have done with the surreal, because those things I am like super specific in planning out and making. My other things, so my Throne of Glass character, my A Court of Thorns and Roses, Christine Daae, all of these things I kind of piecemeal a look together based on like thrifting, what I have on hand. There is some sewing involved in some of those sometimes, but those I don't have like a final look for them. I just kind of figure it out as I go along, if that makes sense. So those are some of the characters that I am currently figuring out. So that is everything. That's everything that's currently up here. I'm sure I'm forget. Oh, actually, there is one more. I'm looking to make a Feyre from A Court of Thorns and Roses like ball look. I actually, no, you can't see it in shot, but I actually have a like formal black dress that I thrifted. So it's just kind of a strapless plain black dress that I'm going to try to find some like celestial glittery sheer fabric to make like a nice little off the shoulder sleeve. Um, Probably cut a slit in it and add this extra layer of a skirt over it so it looks a lot more celestial. And I'm hoping to take that to a fantasy ball. There is a fantasy ball coming to Columbus, and March 2025, I believe it is. So I'm going to try my hardest to get there. Hopefully, I don't have to work. We'll see. But now I think that's officially it. That is officially all of the looks that I am planning on. This does not include all of the looks that my husband is working on, although it does include a couple of his. The mind is just always turning, and I am surrounded by materials, but not time. So if anyone has ever wondered kind of what that looks like, that is what that looks like. Just endless amounts of thinking, drawing, material selecting, budgeting, watching for sales, all of this stuff to make all of these looks come to life. So yes, I am a little stressed, but yes, I'm super excited. This is a weekend that I look forward to every year. And I'm hoping that I can finish some of my costume looks before the end of the year and I can get some good photos in of that. So keep your eyes out, and thank you so much for watching this video. Please leave a like or a comment. I would love to hear from you. What costumes are you bringing to GalaxyCon? What costumes do you want to bring to GalaxyCon? All of that good stuff. I want to hear it. Again, thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.